Hey, how's it going, everybody? Another pickups video for you guys, and just two things to show. Two awesome freaking things to show. Is this time I really caught Goodwill slipping. One of these things that's like, I just, whoever does the pricing at my store, I don't get it. The thing that should have been really expensive was dirt freaking cheap. It's like they just outright thought it was a kid's toy. So they really didn't look it over. They just thought it was a cheap kid's toy, and it's not. It's definitely not a cheap kid's toy. And it even has the bag that it comes in, so it's like worth even a little bit more than it being by itself. That's probably why it's like freaking new. In fact, the first thing I'm going to show you is new. It's from the 90s, but it's new. It never got opened or played with, and they had a few of them there. I just grabbed the coolest one. This was the only one that was TV and movie themed. Otherwise, on with the show. And I'm going to say this is half-ass model kit toy. Anyways, this is made by Steel Tech. I do not know if they're around anymore. The Steel Tech, the Steel Construction System. It says it's got 410 parts, so they're obviously counting all the little screws and bolts and stuff. This is like an erector set. I loved erector sets when I was a kid. Anything like that, where you got to build stuff, build your own toys. I loved that. Right up until I was a teenager, man. I just always liked to build things. So I thought this was just really freaking cool. So it's a Star Trek Next Generation USS Enterprise with personal shuttle Type 6. And it also has the display stand for the Enterprise. Say, man, it is brand freaking new. I think I'm the first one to open it. Man, it was there was no tears or anything, and that's where I was being careful, and that's why I'm not going to take it out. Just bear with me, man. It's all in there, and nothing has been taken out of the baggies or anything. It's all brand new. It's one of those things where each end of the box, it's folded up weird to where it tucks under in this, to where I could see the kid just tearing it apart just to get it out. I had fun trying to reclose it without tearing it up. So anyways, I do plan on putting it together just to see how it is, and then I'll just take it all apart again and put it in the box, being it's all screwed together. Otherwise, can kind of see how they did it there. The main base of the ship is in all this area. Is all plastic, and then centerpiece for the saucer part is all plastic, and then you got those two pieces, and then the rest of it is all erector style where you just screw it on. And it's also got lights and sounds where it looks like, just like they're showing in the picture, just the front of it there, that lights up, and those light up. On sounds, I haven't popped any batteries in it. I have no idea how good the sounds are. Looked like about 4 or 5 buttons going across the top of the saucer that you can press to make it do things. And then little shuttle there. Looks like it's mostly metal. Otherwise, they got a picture of it on the display stand that you can build for it. That's all erector style metal construction. Maybe one little plastic part to help keep it in place. I don't know. Otherwise, every time I try and get close to this stupid ass camera, I got it to zoom in, and then as soon as I moved away, it got all blurry, and I couldn't get it to zoom in and out again, so I'm trying not to do that. So, right there, let's say just metal display stand, and it's got it tilted up, about like that. And then the little shuttle just sits on the ground next to it. And they do give you the tools needed. Looks like it's got like a little toolbox with it. Got a couple wrenches and an Allen wrench, and I don't know what else. Maybe some of the parts for the ships that are more delicate. Just don't know until I start putting it together. Anyways, this they had priced at $24.49. Expensive enough. I don't care if it's new. That's expensive for frickin' Goodwill, but I wasn't going to pass it up. That was too cool. This is the mind blower. So, I found the website for this. It's a guy that makes them, and it looks like one of those family type businesses to where he makes them and then he uses his family or whatever to help, or who knows. And it looks like his business started in the 70s. And see, still got a website, can still buy these. By the looks of this, it's not the child size one. It's the one I think they just called the junior size, to where for like a teenager, or they just say for an adult. It'd be like if you're a backpacker or something, or just want something that's not too big if you're out hiking or whatever, to where it's not this full freaking thing. So, like I said, it's not the outright little kid one. That's a lot smaller. Otherwise, again, all I can do is just point at it. It's going to screw up with me when I try and zoom in. I only really saw one part on this where it looks like they've changed it out on the majority of these. This one, I'm thinking this might be one of the older ones. I don't know how old. I don't think it goes clear back to the 70s on this, but old enough to where it's a little bit fancier on one part of it. And I'm going to show it to you in the case. For anybody that has one, you'll know what I'm talking about. Here's the case for it. So it's decent on the length. I think this was 28 or 29 inches long, maybe. I don't have my tape measure in here anymore. Yeah, I'll give the measurements or whatever once I post the video. I got the tape measure out in the living room. Otherwise, nice case. I mean, everything. It was just a little dusty. Everything's just in really good shape. And like parents say to their ugly kids, Billy, it's on the inside that counts. Now go brush your tooth. Because this thing is freaking beautiful. It's beautiful. I like the kind of wood they used on the back of it. And I do have some wood cleaner so I can really get it all polished up. And it'll just shine like glass. Otherwise, here's what I found. And then where the wood gets really pretty is on the back of it here. It's got those really cool wavy patterns through it. I gotta look it up again and see if they're still using the same type of wood. Like I say, I think this is one of the older ones. But really they haven't changed up much. Other than the butt of it here. I did that, but I didn't destroy this. It's just typical cheap metal. So I'm wondering if somebody just put it in there as they had just it looked like a cord that you use for tying up a Christmas present. I'm thinking whoever got this took the cord that was used for the Christmas present that was fancy and just made a makeshift sling out of it. It's just they had it wrapped around everything. It's all wrapped around the little pins here that hold on the strings and whatnot. And then there was like a little eye loop in there screwed in. It literally snapped flush with it. So didn't crack the wood, it just snapped off. Just cheap freaking little eyelet screw. So I'm just going to leave it as is, because it didn't damage anything. Otherwise, this is what was fun at Goodwill. You really need a flashlight. It's inside. Like I say, it's on the inside that counts. It has everything written in there. So you got to stare through that little hole there to see where the guy signed it and everything. So anyways, it is signed by Bob McNally, and then has a serial number under that of 15255, and then his trademark name, the McNally Strum Stick. Oh, I found the date. Old enough. Jeez, man, it's like, did they buy all this stuff? I wonder if it's the same person that brought in the Star Trek thing, because it is dated. God, it's hard to get it in the right position. October. God. Looks like October 7th. I don't know why there's another 0 there. Otherwise, it's dated 1995. So, not one of his real old ones from the 70s, but old enough to where a few little changes have been made. And, this is like the junior strummer or whatever. Maybe Picker Junior strummer stick thing. If you get onto their website, they only have 2 of them that they use for the kids, and then all the other ones are way fancier. Where around the little cutout hole there, have a fancy pattern around it, or sometimes down in here there'll be something fancy, or just different types of wood, different shapes, whatever. It's got all kinds. Otherwise, the major change that I was seeing on the newer ones, and I can't tell if that is, maybe it's a combination of wood and plastic there. It's where the strings are coming out here, going across. Try and get in just a little bit, and hopefully this thing will screw up. Yeah, they're thin enough lines, it's not showing up, but you see the stripes under each one of those holes. It's black and white wood, or maybe just a light colored wood and then some kind of a black plastic material or something. Just so the strings have something to lay over. Otherwise, the newer ones, I can't tell if it's brass or something else that he's got in there. They all seem to be a solid color on the ones that I was looking at. Was the tuning part of it there. It's nice. It's not just cheapo plastic crap, it's nice. So it's funny, man. $7.49 for this. After the discount, it was might as well round it off at $5 freaking bucks. It's laughable. If it is the one that I think it is, which I'm pretty positive of that, the junior one, this and this together is like $180. They slipped up big time. Now, he did say there's 2 different types on the tone. One's a little deeper than the other. I'll have to hear his video while I'm strumming it and see which one I got here. Doesn't sound real deep. Yeah, I kind of think this isn't the one that's deep. Otherwise, cool enough. Saying one, for some reason, one's a little bit more expensive than the other. And on the ones I looked at, the highest price I was seeing was over $200 for a really nice one. A lot bigger, nicer wood, just nicer everything. And, let me see. In this case, I'm assuming they're pretty much the same. $20 extra. Otherwise, does have a regular type guitar case you can get for your strum stick. To where I guess he's got them to match the size or whatever. I say the next one down from this, if this is the junior, is the little kid size. Even has one that's ukulele sized. That must be really high pitch. And then all the others, I'd have to look again to see on the measurements. They're probably a bit longer. Basically, when I was looking this up, other than just everything else but the junior one had that to where it had just a fancy ring of a pattern or sort around it, either in wood or whatever. So I was just going by the frets here, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 frets. Okay, I've talked about it enough. I'm going to try and see if this damn thing will zoom in, because this part of it just looks freaking beautiful. It is really pretty wood that he used. Hopefully it won't screw up. Just get it right. This damn camera is just an outright pain in the ass. I hope it's gonna screw with me. I say, it's just really pretty when the light hits it. Just can't get it to focus in good. I don't know what it is with this damn thing. All the wood, I mean, once I get it all polished up nice, it's gonna look really pretty. Yeah, that thing's not, that's about as good as I can get. Just doesn't want to focus good. Otherwise, like I've said in some videos, man, it is still possible to catch Goodwill slipping on their prices. I just don't understand why somebody would outright think that something this nice was a kid's toy. Usually when it's a kid's toy guitar, they are freaking cheap looking. Especially on this part. They are always really freaking cheapo. And the fact it's got a bag for it to keep it nice, I don't get it. So, I'll try and get another video up soon enough. I'm doing a little bit better than the last time. All I can say, people, I don't know if it's just here, if it's going around other places, but get your goddamn flu shot, because you don't want the flu that's going around. Wasn't horrible to where I was just really freaking just throwing up, sick with a fever and all that crap. It just pain. Said this before, I got chronic muscular pain, and I've also got osteoarthritis, so the combination just can really wipe me out. That's what it did for a whole freaking week. It just made it tenfold to where I just felt like hell. I think my problem is Murphy's Law. That son of a bitch follows me everywhere, to where it's like, I got it 3 days after I got the shot. So I didn't get the shot soon enough. Could be somebody that came in to where I got the shot at Safeway, was already sick with the damn flu, and spread it to me and my mom, because she got sick also. She just didn't have the body aches as bad as I did, because she doesn't have the chronic muscular pain, but bad enough. But yeah, good solid week, and it's just messed me up. It's got everything aggravated again, because I get it in my neck too, and I don't want to do videos sometimes because I'm having to stare at the computer or up at this TV. Otherwise, man, when I get out again, who knows, maybe this person brought in a bunch of stuff. Now that I've found the damn date on it, it could be it was the same person that brought in those freaking erector sets. Who knows? Never know when it's somebody that passed away that owned a little store or something too. I just don't know. I seldom ever see stuff that's brand freaking new, still sealed, or just this good a condition at my Goodwill. It's always beat up in some way. Ah, now you're gonna focus, you little bastard. Microsoft sucks. Have a good one, everybody.